Up next, we are going to have Goichi versus Eita. You know, 2 top 8 finalists at EVO, guys who have had really successful years. And you know, they played a lot in tournament this year. They also play each other all the time. But it's going to be interesting to see them play at a big stage. 3 out of 5, that's a lot of games. And I think that sort of favors Goichi here. Since, you know, Eita has the kind of uncontrollable Ken style. He likes to take risks. He likes to run, do the jump tatsus, uppercuts. He's going to be really aggressive. He's going to take a lot of risk. And it's whether Goichi can control that for all those games and stay composed when things get a little crazy, a little scrambly. So it's going to be interesting to see.
It's going to be really tough for Goichi as well because Eita is a more stubborn kind of player.
Yeah.
He likes to influence his strategy against the opponent. So again, if Goichi could kind of maintain his composure throughout the longevity of the set, he's going to find some success. But the last time they fought each other in the 3-2 set, Eita took it over Goichi, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know how you just used any of the words you just said. So you said the last time they played it was 3-2.
In a grand final set, it was Eita over Goichi.
Eita over Goichi. Yeah, I think their record is like, in CPT events, is like 5-3 in favor of Eita or something like that. Yeah, Eita's won, you know, the majority of the time that they have played in tournament. But, you know, Eita really had a strong start to the first part of the year. He was the Ken player that everybody was watching, right? That kind of scary, terrifying Ken style where they would just do it, go, make, you know, risks and do kind of controlled or uncontrolled offense. But now I think that style has kind of lessened a bit, so we'll see if Goichi can figure it out. Another Goichi is really interesting too because I feel like he really was stronger at the start of 2016 as well.
He was definitely one of the Chun-Li players to watch early in the season.
Yeah, and I think, you know, yeah, top 8 at EVO, obviously, but I think since then his results maybe haven't been as strong as he might have wanted, but either way, he's still done well so far. And there you can see them, Goichi, of course, on the left, Eita on the right. Recently sponsored Game With Now, Goichi. And yeah, I think that's a perfect way to put it. The aggressive risk taker, Eita, on the right.
Respectable playstyle. I'm all about that.
Yeah, he kind of plays like he thinks you're a moron. You know, he kind of plays in a way that he just believes, like, yeah, I could just do whatever I want. And yeah, Goichi, he's a very talented Chun-Li. His execution's always on point. Offense is always on point. But he's not afraid to take some risks himself, so it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. Chun-Li versus Ken, I don't know that, you know, these two characters are 2 of the most popular in the bracket. We've seen a ton of them so far.
Right.
But yeah, it's gonna be a kind of a weird match. It's a very controlled match.
All right, so here we go. It's going to be game 2 of the second half. Goichi versus Eita. Chun-Li versus Ken.
All right, 3 out of 5. Now, the one thing to keep in mind, it's going to be about Goichi trying to set the pace here and slow things down because Eita really has to, yeah, you see that? He's got to press. He's got to try to find the approach, and there's so many different ways he can do it, right? It can be, what was that, 3 counter hits already? 2. It can be with that run, it can be with the dash, it can be with the jump tatsu. There's all those different options. You see that crouching jab and a down fierce from Goichi? He was looking to interrupt the run and get counter hit.
Yeah, he's in the perfect space to catch Eita pressing buttons. Not something he wants to do. He's already down. Huge deficit.
Yeah, and I mean, look, this is how it's going to go sometimes. Eita's going to take these risks. It's not going to work. And look, that round's going to happen to Eita quite a few times, and he's okay with that.
Oh, and he got the Bison assist.
Yeah, he did it. That big stage transition on the side. But look, sometimes it's going to go like that. It's going to be Eita struggling to get in, but then this stuff will happen, and the round can just explode so quickly. Oh, this time,
now
yeah.
Eita's in the corner. It's going to be a tough time, but gets the chin buster going.
Yeah, wake up back strong, but wake up buttons from Goichi as well. And you see Goichi did not meet him.
What an interception there.
You see wake up buttons again from Eita. He knows that, you know, Goichi will respect him. Uppercut is good, but not juggled in a way that he could follow it up. Throw, yeah. Good offense.
Yeah. Way to tie it up. Eita, again, with full critical art now. Going into the next round. That's going to be vital.
Cheese ball. Did you hear Ken? I did it. What the heck?
Come on, man.
He gets carried to the corner here. But wake up buttons again.
Oh,
yeah,
that's going to be a huge punish. Yeah.
That was really an interesting choice from Goichi to go all in on that bird. I don't know what kind of decision making that was. Maybe he just really believed in it delayed, but he doesn't get it. No.
Eita backing off a little bit.
That's counter hit confirm on back strong. But look at this deficit now, and the overhead will do it.
You got to be watching for that.
Yeah, I feel like so far, really, Eita has been able to force his kind of game, right? He's got Goichi kind of struggling to deal with run and jump tatsu and just regular jump, dash, all these options. And yeah, that was so sick.
He's just waiting. He really wants to go. He's roaring to go right now.
Yeah, I mean, Goichi has to shut down all those options. And, you know, he gets a little bit every time he shuts one down. He just gets this little tap here and there. But the problem is the damage is not consistent and high enough to really threaten Eita off his game.
Right.
He has a character that can just get so much explosive damage that he can just get away with taking these risks. Yeah, look at that. Just whiff, jump, normal, land, run. Like, he's not afraid to do that kind of stuff.
The only damage Goichi's really had is off of throws.
Yeah, and you know, he's punished some of the runs, and he's got some anti-airs, but it's not been a ton.
Right. There's the activation. Decent amount of damage as he gets to finally get his offense going. Good conversion.
Yeah, instant overhead will do it, but he doesn't play offensive. You see that? He just kind of backs off. He's so scared of Eita, he'll give him respect. 2 more hits could do it. Okay, the low strong, but not turning anything. You see the down charge from Goichi? He's waiting for Bird in case there's jump Tatsu. Oh, punish? No.
Barely missed it.
With all those resources, Eita's so dangerous. That could have been whip punish. That low medium kick, he could have hit it. No,
a little too late. Goichi. That's a very expensive death there.
Yeah, he loses all the resources and he misses the confirm. You gotta wonder if that'll mess with the mindset of Eita. Maybe play a little even faster than he was before, which he starts out with the jump.
Jump Tatsu, a ton of mileage. Goichi now in the corner, facing these throw loops. This is a dangerous spot.
Tech's finally, but you have to be so scary. You know, the tech is so dangerous to do against Ken. Oh, yeah, out of range because of the counter hit. Gonna fight the stun off. Meaty, you cannot mess with that meaty dash jab after. This time the low.
Hesitation. One more for stun.
No anti-air from Eita, he was already committed. And you know that air legs has not been answered from Eita very well so far.
Good blocks from Eita. Anything to do it for him?
Oh, got him this time.
Confirm is good.
What he needed last round. That could have been 2 rounds for him. But now, you know, he gets the round for himself. Good work there. It's some resources, but as you saw, he just had critical art last round and gets suspended again.
Final round.
Goichi with a lot of resources. The jump early. Good block in the front, but you see the confirm. Yeah, low medium kick.
Really tricky stuff. Good blocks either way, but nice anti-air staying firm with his position.
You see Eita challenging with buttons. He knows that Goichi will respect that uppercut. No, Eita really hasn't brought it out yet. Stun is an issue. He's got to back off.
Good decision here from Eita. Using the more longer range normals here. The Tatsu's still good.
You see how many jumps? Eita just forcing it over and over. He's got to get one way in. Pops the trigger. Delayed on the low strong, actually. No uppercut.
He tried to go for it, but
yeah.
Goichi with a full combo into critical art.
Look, he's not had a good answer to the air leg so far. I feel like, I don't know if he's trying uppercut, but he's blocked quite a few, and then that one he just got hit, probably trying something.
Yeah.
I think he's really got to, you know, have a better option queued up for that. He needs to have something a little bit more consistent, whether he's buffering the uppercut or hits down, down fierce or down medium punch or something. But there's got to be an answer.
Eita just staring him down, waiting for Goichi.
Yo, rushing him down.
He's kind of settling the nerves there.
Yeah, that was a pace of a game much better for Goichi. You know, he was sort of fortunate that Eita missed the confirm, but...
Oh, the overhead's good.
That's a little damage. There's some gray on there. But yeah, you see that anti-air, that fierce from Ken does way more damage than Chun's anti-air. It's in his favor to take that kind of trade, as long as the mix-up doesn't land on the other side.
Nice, way to contest that stand strong into the legs.
Look, no answer on the legs.
Strong, excuse me.
He needs something. He's got to deal with the air legs better. There hasn't been a good check so far. He's going to get corner carry. Yeah, corner. Nice. Coast to coast so quickly. Ken, one more for stun. It's an issue.
Nice tech from Goichi. There is a V-trigger activation.
Oh, air legs, but at the backdash. Still some V-gauge left for Eita, but the check, he's got him.
That's fine. He's going to spend the meter, get the round, and that's a safe bet. It's a good call from Goichi.
Yeah, he could have tried Bird, and it might have killed, but, you know, spending the resources to close out the round, almost always worth it, so he's going to get it.
Yeah, good call from Goichi. Starting off fresh, no bar, but it's fine with him. He's going to get that round. Eita, however, 2 in the quarter bar.
There was a lot of resources, you know, committed, but it's totally worth it. Especially, you know, Eita, we've seen how he can make the comeback.
Nice nice air legs.
Yeah, the air legs has been so consistent so far. Every time he brings it out, Eita's not ready with an answer to it. Check again with that target combo.
He's been really airborne throughout this entire set.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way he's going to approach.
Again, no answer to the air legs, as you said before. Again, back-to-back firing away. Goichi.
No hit confirm. Oh, he might be. Oh, he didn't have the meter in time for critical art. Close. He's trying to get that chip down so that he can just chip kill with the CA. Yeah,
he doesn't need to do it. Gets the air legs. Again, that's been such a consistent problem for Eita.
So far, I think really he's got to queue up a button for that instead. He's looking to counter poke on the ground, you know, with something like back medium punch or something like down strong. And you really have to have an option ready for air legs too, because that's what that is. Air legs is a dive kick, and dive kicks will beat the counter poke. The run in counter hit from Eita, but he can't turn it into much.
He's utilizing all the strongs and pierces. There's the anti-air he needs.
Counter hit. And this time he hits them on wake up. There was an early button again from Goichi. Close to stun, but he gets away. The jump again, man, so many times from Eita.
Making himself safe here, Goichi. Had to force the V-trigger activation.
Alright, gets under the Tatsu. There still has not been many wake-up uppercuts from Eita so far. He has stayed patient. And I think the threat of it's so big. Oh, what a jump. He's got critical art.
My goodness,
that's the round.
damage. Way to catch that fireball is Goichi. Sitting on match point.
And you can sort of see the pattern of Eita start to be formulated, right? It's the jump Tatsus, the jumps, they are working at the start, but now Goichi has won so consistently with everything else. You can see that the jumps are not enough, yeah.
And it's such a good answer too. Stance or jump strong to the air legs, so much damage.
Yeah, it leads to a nice little juggle that Chun-Li usually doesn't get that much off of an anti-air. Punish. And you see Eita really forcing over and over counter hit off the run. Yeah, that was so good. Eita in trouble, but big hit to start things off.
Here we go, Eita trying to get things started.
You see the patience though from Goichi. Double uppercut. He gets big damage output off of that. Good blocks from Goichi though, and he's got him. Yeah, that'll spend it.
Goichi with a very good turnaround for him. 3-1.
Goichi is going to take a 3-1 over Eita. Yeah, good work to him. He really picked it up. You know, Eita kind of threw him off with the approach for a while, but look, that's not going to be a consistent enough way to win in long term, right? And I think that's kind of the story of the year so far, is that's been an issue. You know, you can force only so many times in so many different ways before they just catch on to the pattern. But that's a 3-1. You know, we just saw Tokido go down in the loser's bracket. Eita now down in the loser's bracket.